Okay. We're all still good, right?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. Excellent. Now, for real, we're going to for real start this time.
Okay,
right.
let's do it.
Get the video up. Present to everyone. And here we go yet again. For real.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jeranism back with another video for you today. The Great Umbra Penumbra Conundrum.
Ooh, I love the spooky effect.
Looks like I found a pretty large hole in the heliocentric model, but who knows? I could have just flawed understanding, and so I'm going to present it to you.
Yep. What are the
You
odds?
guys can tell me.
137.
Or there's some lame brain excuse for it. We'll see which one. So it looks like it's time for Totally Global.
Oh, look how clever. You put the word full in there.
But we're going to be looking at it, and it's going to take three things into account. The moon, the earth, the sun, but it should be really easy to see, so let's get into that example and proof. First up is parallel rays. So science says that the sun rays hit the earth parallel, and these images that you've seen, I'm sure, before with what's called crispicular rays are a strange anomaly because, well, do those lines look parallel to you? Now, a few points about what we are looking at. Remember that they say that the sun is 93 million miles away, so the excuse is just like the railroad tracks that meet at our horizon, but it appears I can see where all the sun rays converge. Well, let's say, since science does, that sun rays do hit the earth parallel. Now, side note on that, the reason I think Aristophanes is a lie is because in 300 BC, the man could not have done what they have ascribed to him. It's just not realistic to believe that Aristophanes, one, knew that the earth was a ball. We could get...
All right, we're getting a little past his main point there. That he well, I guess we could call it a point. With the crispicular rays, did you notice that he objects to the perspective issue, and yet perspective is the word that they throw around constantly to say why there's the sunset. Very quick to make use of the perspective argument. But when it comes to this one anomaly that they see as disproving the actual distance to the sun, they don't want to hear perspective anymore. You're looking in the direction of the sun. It is a perspective issue.
You see, these people are not bound by facts, so they can just stop and switch up on a dime, and we have to accept it.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. And hey, Mason's muted. I wonder if he knows he's muted. I hope he's not just talking into his microphone thinking we're hearing him.
I'm here.
Oh, all right. All right. I was going to feel. And by the way, I do have to apologize. That first issuance of foolishness from Jeranism there, I should have issued a hearty drink because that was the first of them. They make an assertion of perspective, and when it really applies somewhere, oh no, can't use a perspective argument. Everybody, have one on me.
Yep.
All right. Now, let's see what he has to say about parallel rays now.
Oh no.
This is it. Yeah. This is, we had. I'll show you after the Twitter conversation. We'll put that up. Basically, I gave him the explanation we're going to go over here, and you guys correct me if I'm mistaken in any way. And let's see what he has to say.
Aristophanes is a lie is because in 300 BC, the man could not have done what they have ascribed to him. It's just not realistic to believe.
Drink.
You know what that did? Okay, 1 point to you. You beat me to it. But that is definitely a argument for incredulity, logical fallacy. Any logical fallacy will be the call to drink for tonight.
Yes. He says we cannot possibly have known the size of the Earth at that point in time.
Couldn't have, right? I just don't believe Eratosthenes could have. Therefore, it couldn't have.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if there's going to be some rapid fire stupidity.
Let's to understand that they built the city of Rome. They had the ancient Egyptian pyramids and the Sphinx. They built a great many things that are just incredible, and we can't probably do it today half as good the same way they did it then.
And did you notice in a lot of the Flat Earthers videos, they talk about the wisdom that was lost in these. Okay, so we've got the great magical wisdom of the past, but when we're talking about real wisdom in the past, oh no, I can't imagine how that could be.
Yeah, because the Freemasons have been hiding the size of the Earth for since time immemorial, man. Just
okay, I don't. You know what?
Goes back as far as they needed to.
I don't know if he's going to mention the Freemasons in this or not. We'll see. But all right, so he didn't believe that Eratosthenes knew what was what back then. So let's see what other foolishness awaits us.
The Eratosthenes, 1, knew that the Earth was a ball. We could give him that. That 2, that this.
What? We could give him that? He says. No, he said,
already has that, reject.
Okay, so he doesn't believe that Eratosthenes would know that the Earth is a ball, but we can give him that. All right, then why'd you say it?
Friggin' was at an infinite distance. Okay, we'll give him that. That the rays were parallel, even though he saw crispicular rays like we've seen earlier. But okay, we'll give him that. But
okay, he saw the crispicular rays, but he did not make the same incorrect conclusion.
Yes.
Now so he gave him all of those. Generous, very generous of him to give a wise individual of the past these things. Now, I suspect we're coming up on the hitch. Let's hear what the hitch is.
then also that he believed that the sun orbited the Earth. See, that's where their whole story falls apart. Because he would have been smart enough to know that the sun at an infinite distance could not get all the way around the Earth in 24 hours. Yet that's the story we're told, and that's what you have to believe.
All right.
And pause, please pause.
Pausing has occurred, and
what in whose argument says the sun is infinite distance away? Who is telling this guy? Oh my God, dude.
Well, I believe there was some reference to it being an immeasurable distance away, based on the fact that the rays were parallel. They knew that smaller light sources, the rays diverge. But anyway, it's mindless assertion, one after another.
He might have meant one thing, but he definitely said infinite distance. Which is a drink.
I can drink to that.
Actually, I had 2 on that one. That one was worthy of 2. All right. By the way, you wonder why Buster is sitting way over here and the rest of us are over here?
It's awkward.
Does one of us offend? All right. Moving on. This is a very nice picture, actually. And the one thing about this that it does not make the... I've heard the Flat Earthers make the argument, well, how did they know, measuring the 2 things apart, that they were both exactly at noon in the 2 different places? No, that's not how it was done. It's not. It wasn't east-west, it was north-south. All right, moving on.
Quite.
If you're going to believe the story of the sticks in Egypt. I hate to tell Carl Sagan, who's supposed to be an observant scientist and truth seeker.
Truth seeker? Isn't that what... Okay, well, he was a pretty smart fellow, that I recall, but I object to the term truth seeker because that's dangerously close to truther. And
that is splitting hairs away from conspiracy crazies.
Isn't that what all these folks call themselves?
Truthers.
The truth seekers. They don't want to take all
They
this
call themselves
indoctrination.
skeptics, independent researchers. Oh yeah, yeah, all of that stupid crap.
Yeah, well, that's and you got to admit they do make sacrifices to do their research. You do get pretty you do get pretty fish belly white from sitting in your parents' basement watching YouTube all the time, never seeing the sun.
And you gotta sacrifice that, college aspirations. Sacrifice any scholastic dreams that you had. You gotta sacrifice just social life and other people.
Oh, careers in the scientific field. Let's not forget that.
Careers at a Burger King flipping burgers because nobody will hire your crazy behind.
All right. Okay, so he's insulted Carl Sagan, who wanted nothing more than humanity to get off of this rock before it runs out of the ability to support us. So, all right. Let's see if there's anything else on this topic before he moves on.
Who couldn't see the fabrication of Aristophanes right in front of him that even Stevie Wonder could have seen this one. But now let's move on. Great.
Stevie Wonder joke. That's offensive. Not just logical fallacies. We should also have a drink every time he says something that's just blatantly offensive. Remember how he was rather offensive to in previous videos? I think making fun of Stevie Wonder's blindness is not so nice. Drink.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, I can second that because Stevie Wonder probably isn't half as retarded as this guy is by 6 o'clock in the morning.
Penumbra. Okay,
spooky
so we're
voice
going to
again.
go on to the conundrum here, and we will remember to go ahead and give them some of their so-called facts. So we're going to say that the light rays do travel parallel and hit the Earth in that parallel fashion. So what you're seeing on the screen now is simply some little examples of that, and we zoomed in here, and you can see that those lines are hitting the Earth parallel or perpendicular to the surface.
Error. Those were not perpendicular to the surface.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to run out of beverages. This is only an 11-minute video he put out.
I don't know how it's possible to be so... Dude, he you know what? We keep going back to this, every one of his videos. But he's got to be faking this shit, dude. Gotta be. No one can be proven wrong this many times on live debate and, video responses. And he just ignores, just hunkers down harder, ignores all facts. It's like, dude, you're so dishonest and you know it. Give back all the money you got from your Kickstarter or, whatever, and go get a job, dude. Like, seriously.
Indeed. Oh, let me make sure I take a look at the public chat there. Oh, okay. Let's see. We are not. We are apparently not pleased with Jeranism's pronunciation of crepuscular. We're not happy with that at all. All right, and yeah, we got the. Let's see. Snide comment lawyer. Any snide comments will be prosecuted. Okay, excellent. Snide comments are in fact forthcoming.
Yes.
All right. Welcome everyone, and if anybody wants to join, I can paste a link. If you have something you wish to say verbally, glad to have you join. All right. Moving on. See what we have next.
And you can do it with a smaller sun too. I'm just pointing that out here. That it doesn't.
Oh yeah. That's in his illustrations. He's always been great with that. Inaccurate distances, wrong scale, but that's not drink worthy because he has not made any assertions based on that yet.
Hang on. I understand he's constrained to his computer screen, to be fair. So it's got to fit on his screen. But the way he's presenting it is just man, what's the word here? The proportions are just off. They're wrong.
Yeah. Well, that has been the case in previous videos he's done. He said, this is not possible because, and it'll show an incorrect both in the scale and distance, the Sun, Earth, Moon relationship. It's a common theme, but at least in this case, he has not made any assertions based on that yet. So let us continue. He may, but I don't know.
They have to be bigger than the Earth, or it can be smaller from that perspective. Doesn't matter. We're just showing that light travels across and hits the Earth. Now we're going to look at a solar eclipse, and that's when the moon is in orbit and it blocks the sun.
Okay, good. That's only when the moon is in orbit. Did you hear that one?
Yes.
Okay, so
takes a break.
So we're going to have to wait for the moon to be in orbit, and then this hypothesis he's going to produce will be correct, but only when the moon is in orbit. You understand?
Yes, of course.
All right. Let's see. The Snide Comment Lawyer has said that because this is Jeranism, Snide Law is suspended. Nice. Excellent. All right.
Good job.
Or when it's on the backside of the Earth, and they say that at that time the Earth blocks the light, and then that's why we see a lunar eclipse. So that's the accepted beliefs and the accepted model. But now,
okay, Jeranism. What's your alternate theory then? What's your alternate theory? What's blocking the light?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, drink.
I like how he just kind of writes off all established science. He goes, yeah, right. And so anyway, on to my next retarded point. It's like, no. Go back and put up your replacement idea that fits the data better than what we have now.
Well, yeah. Well, often they'll, not just Jeranism, but anyone can produce one hypothesis for one specific set of occurrences. But unfortunately, they don't all mesh together.
Yeah.
Often one will be disproven by another. But all right, I suspect we're going to be getting into it here. Let's see what's next.
Now we're looking at a solar eclipse, and we're going to see exactly how they draw for us the umbra and the penumbra. So go ahead and go to any site that shows you how these shadows work with the eclipse or the lunar eclipse. And you'll see lines drawn like this from the top edge there of the sun down meeting with the outer edge of the Earth and so forth and so on. And you have a problem. And does anybody know what that problem is? It should be kind of obvious that when they show us eclipses, they show the sun rays going at angles. You can see here that these are clearly not parallel rays.
Here it comes.
Science can invoke these different phenomena only when needed by these particular scientists. Are the rays hitting us parallel or are they not? Because now you've backed yourself into a corner yet again, NASA. You have a choice to make. You can't have both. So which one is it? Is it the lunar eclipses are what we were taught? Or does the sun come in and hit the Earth in parallel rays?
False dichotomy, drink.
Yeah, and he's wrong about how this happens.
And this is exactly the point that after movie time, I'll show you the Twitter exchange. But this is exactly the point that I made to him. So drink first, then I'll tell you what I told him.
And I get to see what he ignored. Fantastic.
Yeah, actually, what happened in the exchange is just on a whim, he liked his own video. It showed up on Twitter, and I happened to notice that. So I added the comment that this was wrong, and then he came back and said why, and more or less I mentioned that it's a malformed question, it's a false dichotomy, and I had, I could tell him why that was, and I could give him the real answer to the question, to the correctly formed question. At which point he disappeared and stopped responding. And it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me that said, "Hey, why don't you answer Strike's question?" So, anyway,
Well, what? You have to be right, dude. Like
his assertion was that either you have parallel rays reaching the Earth from the sun, or you have angular rays reaching the Earth from the sun. And you have to pick one. That false dichotomy is based on assuming that the sun is a point radiator, that it is a point source of illumination, which it is not, obviously. Mm-hmm. And he puts the drawing that he puts up, if you would just look at it and think about how light works, light doesn't come directly, even from objects that we see every day. Light does not bounce off of the object and know where our eyes are and come straight to our eyes. It reflects in every direction. Mm-hmm. Every point on every object we see acts as if it's a point radiator because it's reflecting the light. Every point on the surface of the sun is the same way. The point that's the closest to us radiates in all directions. By the time the rays from that point get to us, they are parallel. As with the points on the edge. This is basically what I explained after he disappeared and someone else said, "Yeah, I know he's gone, but we'd really like to hear the answer anyway." That was what I told him. Assuming that the sun has to either project just parallel rays or rays can arrive on an angle, it was a malformed question. So the way his question was asked, there was no answer. So
question.
That's what I told him. Let's see what's in the public. See if anybody has any comments for us. Okay. Snide comment lawyer is off to have some Jack Daniels. That's fine. Oh, Jack Daniels snide label. That sounds good. Let's see. What else have we? Oh, the umbra penumbra angled lines look like the compass square Freemason symbols flipped on its side. Oh, evidence of a conspiracy. Jeranism didn't even say that. Look at this. It's them. It's the Illuminati. It's the Freemasons.
Of course.
Let's see.
It's the only way any of my ideas could possibly make sense.
It's them. The same them that are conspiring to keep all these people having miserable lives, which is, I suspect, why they believe all this stuff. Yeah. It's the only reason I can think of. They've screwed up their own lives, and rather than blame themselves, they'd rather believe that there's some them somewhere that screwed it all up for them. Alrighty. Anyway, that was my explanation. Let us continue. Boy, Mason's quiet this time.
All right, up next we have the lunar eclipse. So we're looking at another picture, the same thing, only this time now the Earth has gotten in the way, according to mainstream science.
No, according to science.
And blocking the light to the sun. But again, when we draw the lines that we see, we'll notice that they have again created quite a big conundrum for themselves.
No conundrum. This fits exactly with what I said before. And by the way, if there are any errors or omissions or problems with what I said before, please feel free to let me know, and let us see in the comments if anyone has any corrections for me. Oh, nope, no corrections. But the snide comment lawyer once again comes back with, it's the same them who are conspiring to fill our good world with snide comments. I rather enjoy the snide comments myself. All right.
More.
And, And Ms. DeWitt, just so I know what to call you, what's the A stand for? if you don't mind putting it up there. Otherwise, I just have to call you Ms. DeWitt. All right. Let's let him continue.
So again, all you have to do is just look at the screen here and see what they've done from the rays that are coming off the sun. They are crisscrossing, they are going at angles. How can that be possible if the sun rays hit the Earth parallel? So you'll see what they do when they need it to be parallel. They say that the sunlight is parallel. When they need to invoke an umbra and a penumbra, then and only then do they now say that the sun rays do come in at angles. All right, so let's do a little summary piece real quick on the conundrum that's in front of science. The summary from this video is that if rays from the sun are parallel, then eclipses do not cause two shadow types like the umbra and the penumbra. Therefore, something is up there. The second bullet point is if rays do come in at all angles, then the Aristophanes experiment and test and the belief that the rotundity of the Earth could be measured the same way are all out the window. And the third and final bullet point, and that last bullet point is only one can be true, and whichever stays means the other fact must go. So think about it.
Okay.
I gotta stop. Like the third one, that's not even a bullet point. That isn't even a point altogether.
All right, well, before we address that,
It's a statement. It's not a point.
I just inadvertently offended someone by calling them a miss instead of a mister. So my sincerest apologies. Blame the beer. If you saw the mug of truth, you would understand. My sincerest apologies. All right. Now, back to these points. If rays from the sun are parallel, well, yeah, they are. If rays do come in at all angles, well, guess what? Yes, they do. Both. Only one can be true. Wrong. Okay, that's it. That's 3 drinks. I'll do my 3 drinks. You guys talk. Oh, right. You have to do your 3 drinks, too. I understand.
I'm gonna have to finish a bottle of beer after this.
All right. So
the third is just, it's not a point. It's an opinion. It's not a point. It's just nonsense.
No, but think of its intended audience. The way this stuff is put forth is that you say a bunch of things that are either almost true or have some truth in them, and that gets people in a following sort of mood. And then at the end of all that, you get to make an assertion that's tied to all of those, but maybe completely removed from reality. Like, who is to say that only one can be true? I mean, we know the answer to that. No one, because only one of them is not true. They're both true. So, ooh.
Did you fall asleep on us?
we're globe heads? We're globe heads. Look at that. Which we're going to keep. How about both? How about both? And I've already explained why. All right. Let's. I'm not entirely sure.
Did you fall asleep?
Okay. All right. We have established that I am both tedious and boring to listen to. Either that or while we're having beer, he's been having Jack Daniels every time we said drink.
Oh, so you cut. Oh, that happened.
All right, I will. We have a request. We have a request for the muting. You can always unmute. All right, Dev, you're muted.
Sorry, Dev.
I apologize if you happen to wake up. Unmute. Everything will be fine. We'll pretend it never happened. Nobody will ever mention it again. Okay, see, I suck at lying. If I ever do lie to somebody, generally 4 to 8 seconds, I'll tell them, nah, I was lying. We are going to bring it up again. All right. So we've all right. I think we've spent enough time on this screen of 2 ifs and an incorrect conclusion. Moving on.
My globehead friends, which one are you going to keep? Next, I want you to hear something interesting. Ooh. So what I have for you is a short tape of a recent eclipse, I believe 2015 March, from Australia. And just listen to what the announcer says and listen to the thousands of little girls screaming. And then you'll put 2 and 2 together when he says that they're watching the eclipse on a screen because they have cameras above the clouds, meaning that everybody on the ground was blocked from seeing the eclipse because of clouds. Then why do we have 3,000 girls screaming like Justin Bieber came on stage, which is probably the case. It was just a lifted soundbite from some concert. But listen to
okay.
Like
all
his
right.
videos?
Unsupported assertion. Once again.
I got to drink to that. Hold on, I'm getting a beer. You're making me drink.
Hey, it's not me. It's not me. It's our good friend Jeranism.
Yay for alcoholism.
Unfortunately, the mug of truth seems to be empty.
Oh, I'm not the type of glass half full or full type of person. I can't bubble incoherently today. I can't even make it the quits today. I need more coffee. All right, got the beer.
Beer. All right, you're gonna have to ramble on about something because, as you know, from the picture I sent you guys a while back, the mug of truth actually holds 3 standard beer bottles worth of beer. I'm filling. You feel free. While I'm filling, feel free to ramble on about the pointlessness of Jeranism there.
And all the baseless assertions. And all. Well, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
All right. There we go. The mug of truth is almost returned to service.
Ooh, peach sour. This is tasty.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm back. The mug of truth is refilled.
We're doomed.
All right. So, right. So he claims that a bunch of little girls are screaming. Let's see. Anything interesting in the comments? Oh, assertion is not evidence. Again, snide comment. Lawyer, girls no longer scream over Justin Bieber. Okay. I would tend to agree. Well, actually, I have no idea. Moving on.
yourself. You'll definitely hear what I'm saying. This is not people watching an eclipse.
That was another one.
We can see on the radio on the screen a fantastic total solar eclipse taken from the pictures above the clouds.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
So maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Next, it's time for Final Jeopardy.
Okay, what was the big deal about that, them watching the eclipse on the video? They had a lot of cloud cover. Okay. And everybody came out for some kind of event, I guess. I don't even know where that was recorded from. But, I mean, how does that fit in as evidence for anything?
It seems kind of out of place.
Well, all right.
In a Jeranism sort of way.
Yeah. Okay. On to Jeopardy. Now, how can this not be a copyright violation? This is unless he actually comments on the clip from Jeopardy. I think it is. That doesn't come under fair use. You have to say something about it. All he had to say was, "Wow, that sucked." That's it. Satisfies fair use. All right, let's see what you have to say in Jeopardy here.
All right, Final Jeopardy. We've got 3 contestants today, all of them Globers, here to answer the big question. And we've got Miss White, Mr. Black, and Mrs. Green. The question is, given that it has now been shown that you cannot have both phenomena, which of the two would you like to keep? Eclipses or parallel rays?
Okay, let's back that up for a second.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Green.
All right, good enough. Now, given that it has now been shown that you cannot have both, period. Okay, see, that's not what you would call a sentence. I probably shouldn't pick on stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now that was just the. Oh, is Deb back? Deb, you back?
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us the truth. Were you napping?
No.
No. And when you say no, do you really mean yes?
Oh.
Okay. Well, whatever's going on, welcome back. We missed you. And
Sup?
all right. And okay. Besides not being a sentence, his first statement is wrong. It has nothing of the sort has been shown. You can have both. As a matter of fact, we do have both. Every point on the sun is, and I avoided the term before. I guess I didn't need to. We don't have that many viewers in the chat. And if some don't know the phrase, the sun is not an isotropic radiator. An isotropic radiator does not exist. That is a point source. Given that has now been shown, no, it has not been shown. We can have both because we do have both. All right. Which would you like to keep? Well, how about the ones that we have, which is both. We know we have eclipses. We know we have parallel rays from the sun. And we know that we have angled rays. Now, the angle of divergence is not that great. You can't measure it at a distance of 20 feet or 100 feet or 10 miles, but it makes a difference with the distance between the Earth and the Moon. So, all right. Let the foolishness continue. Let's see how he justifies all this.
The question is, given that it has now been shown that you cannot have both phenomena, which of the two would you like to keep? Eclipses or parallel rays? You may answer now. All right, fake pencils down, fake answers in. And let's go first to Mrs. White. Her answer was, I'll keep both like I always have because science is always right. Ask Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
Neil.
this is not the correct answer.
Okay.
What the goddamn? Excuse me? Dude, no. No.
Are we done yet? This is really terrible.
Even among science enthusiasts, none of them have said Neil deGrasse Tyson is always right.
No, they have not.
I'm just more prone to accept his opinion over, say, Jeranism's, because one of them went to school for what they do, and the other guy just finds a YouTube video and freeze frames and says, "You see that? Conspiracy." Does he understand what he's... Dude, it doesn't make any sense. Like, who would go through what an astrophysicist has to go through to get recognized? What do you mean? What?
Indeed.
Who would purposely do this insane math and then lie about it? Like, what do they gain?
Indeed. Hey, you know the other part about what he has written here and what was the answer of the fictitious contestant is this once again. I mean, look at the sentence. I'll keep both answers like we always have because science is always right. Now, that's using science as if it were a set of books somewhere that have a specific set of unchanging facts, which is not, I mean, we all agree that's not what science is. Science is a way of learning. It's a method of learning what the natural world and the natural universe around us is. It's wrong all the time. And if you can prove something wrong, you get a lot of grants, and you get a lot of fame, and you win all kinds of awards. So this portrayal of science as dogma, I mean, we run into the same thing with creationists when they claim that science is a religion. No, it isn't. It's self-correcting. There's something religion isn't.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was going to hit on that. It's like, science, after the fact, is pretty much always right. But along the way, dude, it's wrong so many times, dude. It's wrong an insane amount of times until the right answer comes. Then everybody agrees on that one because they've all seen it.
Indeed, it gets more right as time moves forward. I would agree. So
Yeah.
all right. There's his first bullshit answer, and I hope you know what? Okay, no points awarded. Not one of us yelled drink to that one.
Drink.
I will. All right, I will. I don't get any points for it, but I will say this is definitely drink worthy.
I think it's ridiculous, man. Like, what did he gain from going through all that school just to come out and say, yeah, the Earth is actually round? Da-na-na-na. Like, no.
Has anyone actually come up with what the advantage? What is the advantage gained by this globe conspiracy that they're asserting? I mean, see, a conspiracy, besides being fun, normally has to have some benefit, doesn't it? I mean, why would you bother forming a conspiracy if you weren't going to get something like money or power or, I don't know, Legos, whatever? No one yet has given me a good answer as to why anyone would wish to deceive people into believing the world is a different shape than what it actually is. The closest I got to an answer to that was someone told me that it's to separate people from their God. And I don't see how that would work. I mean, why would the shape of if the Earth was pyramid shaped, how would that prove or disprove a deity of any sort, of any of the major or minor religions? I don't see the point. So I have not heard why it matters, why anyone would wish to deceive the masses into believing we're on the sphere. I mean, have you heard any good answers to that in your travels?
Never.
I have seen none of them. None of them.
Let's see.
All you're going to get back is, 'cause conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Why? Because it's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy,
Yeah,
because it needs to be a conspiracy so I can keep making YouTube money.
Eric Cartman. Respect my conspiracy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the next.
All right, let's move on to Mr. Black instead. And he got, oh my God, are you that stupid? You are an idiot moron. Please go drink bleach.
Now, see, how is that the wrong answer? How is that the wrong answer? Is that not wouldn't that be the right answer?
Yes. One would think.
Yeah, there's that thinking part. Oh yeah, that big part.
All right, now, okay, maybe drinking bleach is a little harsh, but still, the sentiment I agree with.
Oh, on Death Clock, they
I'm
take it
sorry
like
to provide
shots.
that is the correct answer. Last but not least, we have one more chance for the Globe Group to make amends and to get that correct final answer. And Mrs. Green said, I'm so sure scientists are all lying just to hide the shape of the Earth. The White House couldn't even keep a blowjob a secret. Interesting, I've never heard that one before, Mrs. Green. However, it also is the wrong answer. The correct answer, the one we were looking for, was take either one. It doesn't matter. The model is garbage, and it matters not which one we pick. The globe doesn't work anymore. It's a mess.
Oh god. Oh god.
So
Stop.
Stop.
Drink.
Okay, 1 point awarded. Go ahead.
Like, that is the most insane, idiotic thing. I mean, what about all the amateur astronomers in their backyards that are doing all this shit on a regular basis? I mean, what if they're all faking it, but by his logic? I mean, that's a pretty big deal there.
Well,
I mean,
apparently, every one of them is a shill. You know that. As a matter of fact, you and I, and we're all shill. I'm waiting. Did you get your shill check yet? I didn't get mine.
I'm still waiting on the endorsements right now, but
I would like some of this unlimited shill money.
Apparently, it's there. Apparently, the Freemasons just dole out checks to all the shills. I don't know how you get on that list.
I take cash and checks, so. Hello, people, send me money.
I mean, I could really use some of that unlimited shill money.
Yeah, it would be nice. Okay, take either one. Doesn't matter. The model is okay. This is just a ridiculous assertion to begin with.
It's pants on a head retarded.
I see no reason to discuss. All right. Continue. We have to be. Yeah, we're not too far from the end. Let's see what else we have here.
you guys were close, but
Hopefully,
ultimately you couldn't quite get that final answer. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it a ton. Hope you get the issue now with the sunlight. We have two.
Yes, we get the issue. Is that you, Jeranism, do not understand the issue. That is
Of
the
how
issue.
photons travel.
This guy, man, I can't deal with this.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Two different things being explained by different facts, but both those facts can't coexist.
Like this video so I can get more clickbait than all that other shit.
And there was another assertion. Oh, I don't want to lose my point. Drake, he made another assertion that the two facts cannot coexist. The angular rays and the parallel rays.
Hey, wait, that's a
Either the light
contradiction.
comes
Oh.
to us in parallel lines, or it doesn't. Can't be both. So as always, do your own research. Be kind, don't lie, and open your mind, because there's truth inside.
Okay, see, you heard that, right? He took it off of his intro. He took it off of his intro. Open your mind, there's truth inside. He took it off of his intro because we pointed out that it was stupid. The only thing inside of your mind is your own imagination and any knowledge you've accumulated. Knowledge you've accumulated came from outside. You have to open your mind to knowledge from the outside. Even if all this flat earth crap were true, you have to open your mind to the truth that is outside your mind. So he took it off of his intro because I guess we shamed him out of it, but he just can't. I guess he just had it up for so long. He's got it in his head. He just can't resist saying it. Open your mind. There's truth inside. No, there's the voices in your head.
Schizophrenia.
Oh, we call that biased opinion inside.
The endless vacuum of space.
Oh. Open your mind. There's profiteering ahead. All right.
This has been Jeranism. And finally, a bunch of shout-outs. I'm going to miss a bunch of people, but
Okay.
Here goes.
No, I don't want to hear a bunch of shout-outs. Does anyone want to hear a bunch of shout-outs?
No.
You know what? Maybe we let the shout-outs play while we have the 3 or 4 drinks that would be attributable to that last line of just crap. So, all right, we'll let those play. Everybody have your drinks, and then we'll continue after I'll show you the Twitter exchange, and then we'll be done with that issue. So here we go. We'll let it play. Everybody enjoy your beverages.
To Jazz. Hey, yo. Is this thing on? Can't tell. Caveman, what's up? Scarecrow. Caw, caw. Diana. Mike from the East Coast. Dr. Franklin. Sandy. Jamie Cisneros. Doug. Geyer Andrus. Kazoli. Brett. Jason L. Ted P. Carrie Star. Mike C. PJL. Stephen Bradley. Roy. Shagaya. Allie. TK3. Jaron. Fanny. Paul. Not your mother? Well, not my mother. Or not your mother. John C. Shelly Michelle. John Welsh. Grant. Lynn. Nova. Danny. Lisa. Matthew. Steve Stewart. Morgan. Carlos. Patricia. Special shout outs to Slick IT, Bob and Cammie, David, and everyone else that I missed. I love you all. This has been Jeranism. Till next time.
Peace. Voice. Do I have a voice? Do I give a fuck? Do I have a choice? Joint. I roll up a joint. Keep my shooters in the game like I hate to disappoint. I see only good things on the horizon.
Okay. Now.
That was terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, why do you think we chose it for movie night? Especially with recent events and communications with our fine friend there. Here, let me see if I can pull that over to the screen. I think I shared the whole screen, not just the video player. Let me see if I can pull up the Twitter. Is it? Here it is. Okay. All right. Here's the exchange that occurred.
Let the salt flow.
He liked his own video, and it happened to have been, unfortunately, one that I took a look at because it just seemed silly. I figured there was some amusement value in there. So I pointed out that he did not understand optics, scale, or logic. Anyway, and I said maybe I'd make a video. Like, I should add, when he came out with that "Explain It to Me" video. I don't know if anyone remembers that or saw that.
Yeah.
He put out a video with a bunch of questions, and a bunch of people, including we made one. We explained it to him. Everything he asked, we explained it to him, and there was supposed to be some follow-up. There never was. Anyway, it was a polite explanation video. It took all the points he asked and explained them in detail. And it's actually on our channel still. But I figured, we'll do the same thing. Make a polite video, ask a bunch of questions. We'll answer them, make a nice video without being insulting. There we go. Then I was instructed to just answer the damn question. Are they parallel or at an angle? And again, I figured no reason to be insulting. That's more than in Twitter, the whole microblogging thing. It's not conducive to a detailed explanation of anything. And at the time that this was going on, I was at the Harley dealership looking at a replacement for my existing Harley. Hardly in a position to write up, a detailed explanation. He didn't like that very much. So, so he says, is it one or the other? No, it's not one or the other. It's both. I'd explain that to you. If I told you, wait, I'll write something up. It'll explain it all. Not good enough. He asked a question. The answer was no. So then that was it. And this was where he disappeared. And, I pointed out that his question is malformed. It is not a good question. It's like asking, did you stop beating your wife? It's not a good question because there's a third option that
It is.
you never beat the wife. But his presenting it as it's either this or that was just wrong. And I was perfectly willing to tell him why his question was malformed, and then explain what the answer to the correct question would be. And that's it. No more responses, no nothing. So that was that. And that is why he was chosen. This particular video was chosen for tonight's movie night.
And then we had the
Yay.
magical experience.
And I do hope there was at least no severe psychological damage to any of the participants in tonight's event. Oh, look at that. We've got... oh, look at that. Somebody from the public joined the private. Excellent. Not the private, you know what I mean. The folks who can talk.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Hey!
Very good. Welcome.
Gentlemen, I'm glad you can hear me.
Indeed we can. Been seeing you in G Plus for so long. Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. How you guys doing? You guys
Well,
getting snockered or what?
Just like you, we're recovering from that severe dose of Jeranism. But
Oh my God.
Guys, I got an even crazier person than Jeranism, dude.
Oh no.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Oh,
Are you ready?
No.
First have a seat.
I'm sitting. I'm already sitting.
Find
I'm gonna
your
need
best
more beer.
chair. Get your feet kicked up, have a seat. Because this guy's crazy, dude.
Wait, is this something you need to screen share? Because we're done. We're done with this. And sorry for the. I tried to make it as much like. Anyone remember Mystery Science Theater 3000? I tried to make it similar to that, but that.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah, the folks hopping in. I'll do a little better animation next time, I promise. But we've come to the end of this. I can stop screen sharing. Dev, if you got anything you want to screen share.
We need to get you in a gray jumpsuit and put the dog in like a gumball drop machine or something.
All I'm going to say is we got to get MG42 Pillbox in here and let him just...
Oh my.
No.
No, not that guy. He's a psychopath.
Yes. We have to do it, dude.
Straight up psycho.
I don't want to direct. Yeah, I've spoken to him a few times, and I don't want to go too much in depth.
Only if I can use an MLG soundboard. Only on condition that I can do that.
Well, let us just say it's what I said before, that I really believe that a lot of the followers of all these conspiracy theory promoting people, like the followers of Jeranism, I don't think he believes what he said. This is just my opinion. I don't think he believes what he says. He just knows what to say that will attract the kind of people that will continue to follow religiously.
And pay him.
I'm not using that word just because. There's a large amount of people that have screwed up their own lives, and I'm not saying that Pillbox is one of them. I'm saying there's a large group of people who have screwed up their own lives so badly, and to believe that they did it on their own would destroy them. It's much easier for them to believe that there is a massive conspiracy that is suppressing them and keeping them from success and keeping them from all the things they want. And I think that's the driving force behind the massive numbers we see as followers for all of these people. I mean, look at the number of people we have that are acting just like Jeranism, just pitching all this wacky stuff. And they have tremendous numbers, tremendous followers.
Well, a lot of them, I'm thinking a lot of them are trolls. Actually, they're not serious about it, and I mean, it just comes through time of listening to these guys, what they're saying. day in and day out, and some of them, yeah, they might actually be believing this stuff. But I mean, if you listen to a guy like Jeranism talk, I mean, he's pretty well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And I just to use one of his things, I just don't believe that he could be so well spoken and such a freaking idiot at the same time.
Yeah.
It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, he's in the other group. He is in the group.
Yeah, the charlatans.
That is profiting from the group that I mentioned, the ones that are willing to follow, the ones that are actually looking to hear that there is someone who's screwing with your life every day.
You see, you say that you can't be well-spoken and be a complete and total idiot. I raise you, sir, John McCain. Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, that's, politics is a whole nother can of worms. But yeah, I just think I've seen examples of, I know there's a lot of sock accounts that they use, so their numbers aren't even as strong as, a onlooker might think at first,
Oh, tell me about the sock account. Once I actually got noticeable with our communal YouTube channel, all of a sudden the thumbs down started appearing.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, not that I mind, obviously.
Everybody else is making debunk videos. That's you just take it the opposite way, since they're so opposite with everything. Anyways, the more thumbs down you have, the better you're doing.
Yes, it means it's working, and it is. I don't know. I guess we could take it as a compliment that someone took the effort to do such a thing. They wouldn't be doing a thumbs down if they didn't watch it.
Nah, it's a total cult. It's crazy. I don't understand this stuff. When I first heard of it, it was blowing my mind. Like, I'd seen some videos from Jeranism, like when I first heard of Flat Earth. I didn't know he was like a ringleader, or one of the higher ups. And I'd just talk to him like he was any other dumb shit. But
I see.
Because I didn't know that he was revered in their community. I didn't know that there was a community. I didn't know that there was a friggin' uprising of these people. But there are, and he never replied to any one of my comments, and you can see it in his comment sections. I mean, he's people will point out, they'll give him the answers, and they're easy to understand. You really got to try. You've really got to be trying hard to not understand, these answers that are given. And he'll be asking, and as soon as he gets the answer, poof, he's gone. No,
exactly.
No more. That's his MO. It's his total MO. So, I mean, how long are we all, or you all, gonna just keep falling for this crap? Like, it's not serious.
Well, even that works to the cause of logic and reason, because eventually it's going to become very obvious that anytime a real answer is available, even to followers, they will eventually see, wait a minute, this guy you asked a question and he had the answer. Why did you run away? Eventually, even that works to the cause of logic and reason.
Sure. And even to themselves, I mean, that's what I was thinking about it. And I'm like, there's gonna have to come a point in time pretty soon where they've just been bombarded with so much answers from us, We've given them all the answers over and over and over, and they keep asking the same questions over and over. We keep giving them the same answers over and over. It's going to have to set in. It's going to have to start sinking in, So there's pretty soon, I think it's all going to start sinking in with a lot of these people. And I'm really curious about what they're going to do. I mean, I think they're just going to all drop Flat Earth, and they're just going to move on to another conspiracy. Like, they're just waiting for something else to happen right now.
That's exactly it. You definitely hit that one right on the head. I was actually I was actually thinking it might have been that no trees on the flat Earth thing, which
Oh my God.
I'm sure you're familiar with that. I was thinking, okay, how exactly how ridiculous does something have to be for them not to accept it? And I was seeing that all over the place. No trees. Well, it looks like a tree stump, therefore it must have been a tree back in the old age. No. But apparently that's not quite catching on like everybody thought it was going to. I don't see...
It would be as ridiculous as thinking that the Earth is a globe for some reason. It's got to be absolutely incredible.
Well...
Just to say, not very incredible at all.
Oh, how did I miss this comment? We were talking, I missed this one. Jeranism logic. I fit in my jacket. My jacket fits in a box. I fit in a box.
Nice.
That's fairly accurate, too. All right. Well, that is that pretty much sums it up. But I do tend to agree with you. I don't think we're dealing with a stupid person. I think we're dealing with someone who knows what is going to keep his target audience around.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. There's like his tactics. A lot of them, their tactics are so good. It's like I couldn't try to be that dumb, you know. Like when they're in the list, like I don't know if you guys watch any of the like flattest debates or anything on these hangouts, but I couldn't come up with it that quick, you know, and keep a straight face doing it. Either they've just got just tons of practice.
Well,
or,
the method rebuttal seems to be the same
from all of them. Yeah,
exactly.
I've commented. They sound like they're all reading from a script. Like, you know, they all write Dubé, and he sends them out a pamphlet of what to read from and how to answer all kinds of questions. You know.
Well, that's exactly it. The jumping of topics. It's whenever it seems like you might be coming close to a response to what they're presently talking about, then it's what about this? What about this? What about this?
Yeah. And the old goalpost.
And that's why I actually stopped listening to the Flat Earth debates. I mean, I listen to some, but a lot of them are, it seems, are painfully unmoderated. I mean, I come from corporate. I had an IT managed service company. It just sold, so I don't do that anymore. And when we had events where there was going to be discussion, there was moderation. There was a certain amount of time allocated for each of the parties involved in a discussion to give their opinion, things of that sort. And that doesn't seem to happen. In a lot of the debates, it seems to be painfully unmoderated. Not all, but in many.
Yeah.
And that's where the rapid fire. But what about this? What about that? That's not a debate.
The owner of that Fed, he's a flat earther, and so everything's totally biased towards them. Like, I mean, have you guys noticed how much we have to tiptoe around them? If we say certain things, they'll just totally flip out, and all of a sudden we're the bad guys. But they're totally allowed their hissy fits and their freakouts, and then we got to answer for it. You know, it's like a double time. Be quick about it. You know.
Indeed.
They encapsulate hypocrisy to like the nth degree. It's I'm really starting to get pissed off at these people. I just think they're pretty despicable. You know,
and there's the sound walling.
And now there's really nothing wrong with a flat earther moderating a debate if they just follow the rules of moderation.
They're not following any rules of anything, though. How can you trust them to follow the rules of moderation? They're not playing by anybody's rules. That's like, that should be given.
Okay, wait a minute. So then I said something. Oh, all right. I blew it. Drink. One point awarded. I assumed that rules would be followed.
Yeah, that's craziness.
One point awarded. There. See, you didn't know you'd be going home with a point, did you?
Hey, I just took a fat swig of tea, so.
All right. You know what? I wish the mug of truth didn't hold 3 whole beers.
3? 3 is Masonic number. Are you a Mason?
No, but I think Mason's a Mason. You're a Mason.
Are you a Mason? You're a Mason?
I have family that was one, but that was like way before my time.
Well,
I have no idea what goes on in there. I really don't.
well, I have no connection whatsoever. As I understand it, it's basically, it's a business organization who happens to have a bunch of funky rituals. I don't know how weird they are. I've heard they're very weird, but not knowing anything about them, I'm not going to claim they actually run the planet.
That would be a wild assertion. We're not going there.
No. Let's see. Okay. Snide comment lawyer is back, indicating that he wants to know if I can prove to him that the Devil's Tower is not a tree stump. No.
Yes.
No, I can't. Not now, anyway. And I blame the mug of truth.
It's easy. Go to the bottom of it and grab a piece and put it in your mouth and chew it and tell me if it tastes like wood.
Well, of course, this is from ages past, you have to understand. So it may be fossilized by now. So it probably wouldn't taste like wood anymore. Of course, the lack of rings might be the first indicator. And of course, there's that geologic activity.
Wouldn't they be really big rings though if it was a tree that size?
One would imagine.
Or does it just get that way because it's? Oh, never mind. The Earth's only been here for 6,000 years. It wouldn't have enough time. Yeah, it has to grow really fast, I guess.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not going to get into flood talk, are we?
I don't know. Got your got your poncho.
Let's save Ken Ham for a different video, shall we?
Oh man, yeah, I think it was on your Google Plus site where I saw that the ark he was building. What a load of crap that is! Oh my god.
Yeah, and I just enjoy when he refers to the bow and the stern. It's not a boat. It doesn't have a bow. It's a building, and further, it's an indoctrination center. And by the way, your installation of zip lines and all that stuff, that's just evil. Put a bunch of fun.
Don't forget to stop by the gift shop on your way out.
Oh yeah,
it was huge. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. I'm like, this guy is just ripping people off, and they're thanking him for it. I mean, that's just good salesmanship right there.
See, he's one that's hard to tell if he believes what he's pitching. I mean, he's not like. Are you guys familiar with Peter Popoff by any chance?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now it's magic stones. He's got magic stones that apparently Jesus danced on that are going to fix all your problems. Before it was magic water. He'd send you magic water, and you'd use the magic water as instructed, and all of a sudden your credit card bill would be paid or something like that. But with Ken, it's a little different because I can't tell for sure if he believes what he's saying or if it's another Jeranism thing where he's just saying it because that's what the followers want to hear. It's difficult. What we do know is he's a very shrewd business guy. He knew right where to go. He didn't come from Australia and go to, New York City or central New Jersey or California. He went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
And the only place you could find an activist judge who said, yeah, establishment clause, maybe not so much. Okay, you know what? Your TIF is approved.
Yeah, didn't the taxpayers pay for that?
Well, yeah. See he's slicing it a little thin when he says no taxpayer money was used to build the ark because he has asserted that, and it is true only if you take the statement exactly as it is worded. TIF is, what is it? Tax incremental funding or financing. It's where you get a loan, and the loan is paid back by what you would have paid in property taxes. So it is taxpayer money, but it's taxpayer money from the future. So when he says no taxpayer money was used to build the ark, he's technically correct.
It is going to be.
Going to be, yeah.
Future tense.
The whole TIF thing. And Kentucky was going to fight it, but then they just threw their hands up and said, ask for it. Tourism, it'll be good.
It's just another scam, really.
Mm.
I mean, that's how he played it out, you know. I hate scam artists.
If you that's sharp though. I mean, he's constantly putting out. I spend a fair amount of time over in the Twitterverse, and every morning he used to at 6 o'clock on the dot, he used to put out 5 tweets with either new articles he'd written or some sort of video, but all of them were basically a pitch for his ARK park. I guess he caught on that everybody else was waiting for 6 o'clock in the morning for him to put out his 5 so that they could respond to them. So now he spreads them out throughout the day a bit. But he puts out videos of the Ark and Zara's kitchen and all that sort of thing, talking about the thousands that visit. But every video he puts up shows an empty establishment, an empty parking lot, an empty Zara's kitchen. As shrewd as he is as a businessman, you'd think he'd understand that putting up videos of an empty park is probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Okay, we covered that fabulous example of cinematography put out by Jeranism there. Delved a little bit into Ken Ham. Any other topics we want to bring up before we call it? Anybody got anything?
I got nothing.
You know, amazingly enough, I saw a Jeranism video of, I don't know, a month or so ago, actually put a big old smile on my face. It was kind of nice. Normally I'm smashing my face into a wall because of the crap he's saying, but yeah, he was having a chat with somebody else and he showed himself. And I was so very, very happy to see that he's just as ugly as he is stupid. I was really quite pleased with that. He looked nothing like I assumed he was going to look, but he's a...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Since we're not avoiding ad hominems, I mean, as long as it wasn't me that started it.
I'll take it. That was all me. Let the record stand.
As long as it wasn't me that started it.
I hope he's listening.
What's with the ferret-like method of speech?
Hey, Jaron, if you're listening, go smash your face in a car door. It'll help out.
What? If I had to pick an animal that would speak exactly as the method of speech used in all of these videos, it would have to be a ferret. What's with the ferret-like method of speech? Speak, 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 silence. Speak, 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 silence. Rapid speech with gaps. That's what a ferret would do.
Or a weasel.
Same animal. A ferret
dog.
They're
is just a weasel that we've bred the brains out of.
Yep.
Okay, I think I had enough. The
funny thing is, I had enough 30 minutes into that 11-minute video. Now, that's got to be another Illuminati or plot of some sort. All right. Well, I would like to thank all you fine folk for joining us this evening. The reason we had it on Thursday, instead, I think, there goes the Bluetooth headset, run out of battery. Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to thank you. I'll go back. I would like to thank you all for joining us. The reason we were doing this Thursday instead of Friday, usually this would be a Friday event, movie night, is Saturday morning at about 3 in the morning. I have to head out for the NASA social at Wallops for a launch. This is the first launch.
Awesome.
This is the first launch we will be attending. The last NASA social we went to was great, informative. This is the first launch, so I'm very excited about this. I expect to bring back a lot of useful information, a lot of interesting things to share with the whole Science Denier Hall of Shame community.
Actual
Awesome.
science.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have. Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and maybe we'll, if no one has anything else, we will call it, and we'll see you all next Friday. How's that?
Right on.
Yeah,
Have a good
next
time
Friday.
out there.
Later.
Night all.